So your core message is community is power against the mental health stigma. Can you explain why community is such a crucial uh, piece of this puzzle? Why is it so important in this fight?
Right. Well, I mean, anybody that has mental health struggles, it's not necessarily like community, like, a big community, like a bunch of people. It could just be your community. Like for me, like my community is me, my mother, and my older sister. That's my community. But community is so important because you need people to lean on. Nobody can do this alone. And I know that because when I first started getting sober, I tried really hard to do this on my own. And it was, that's how I came across shadow work in the first place, because I researched and researched. I was like, there's no way that there's nothing that can make me feel better. But community is what is the most important thing, is to have that backup. And especially in communities of color, because in order for us to bring awareness to this, everybody needs to rally and talk about it, you know? And that's why
Yes.
community is so important, because especially for the younger generations, if we can like all talk about this and get it out there, I mean, obviously like it's not realistic to think everyone's going to talk about it, but the more we talk about it, people are going to start to listen, you know? And that community that we could put together, could make a difference. And I just think
Yes.
that it's just so important. It's like community, like as medicine, you know?
Yes. Yes. And that's why I did that summit thing, because no one ever talks about that. And I'm going to do that every year. So be ready for me to ask you every year, Jim, hey, I have another one of these mental health summits. Are you down? You ready?
Yeah,
I mean, because that's the only way we're going to grow, is if putting that word out there and showing that we're not embarrassed or we're not ashamed to talk about our mental health struggles, and that it is okay. Give them space to
yeah.
see that it's okay. So I love this community that you're putting together. I think it's beautiful. I really do.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So looking back at your life, what are the lessons you're most proud of that you turned into actions?
Well, I would have to start with, I guess the biggest lesson that I ever learned, I learned when I was about 10 years old, when I finally decided. It wasn't even really a decision, it was just something that kind of happened spontaneously. But I stood up to my father, who was standing in front of me with his belt, and what I said to him apparently resonated, or like made it through the drunk fog or whatever, because he left me alone, and he left my brother alone, which was why I did it, because my brother's much younger than me and I was defending him. And in that moment, I realized how powerful words can be, you know? And so that always stuck with me. And then, having the miscarriage and having taken the steps that I took to, instead of just getting higher and like really spiraling and ruining my life, I have done things in my life that you never would have been able to tell me that I was going to do these things when I was high, you know? So that, I guess, those two moments in my life really stand out. I'm sorry, can you hear my dog? Because she's being a brat.
Okay, can you hear my kids knocking on the door, because they're brats all the time? Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Listen, she's cute. I like it. We're
Yeah.
authentic, you guys. I told you, we're real. So her puppy want to cry, let her puppy
Yeah.
cry.
She's such a brat. She's 17. So
Oh,
when she
that's
wants
a
her way,
grown woman. That's a
yeah,
grown woman.
yeah. I've had her for 16 years.
Oh,
Mhm.
that's
So
your
she,
child.
yeah, yep.
Does she
I
want to say hi? She can say hi if you want her to say hi. It's okay.
want to say hi, you little brat.
She's
Oh,
a part of the community. She doesn't. That's okay.